Silent Hill, 2006, is a psychological horror film directed by Christoph Gans and written by Roger Avary, based on the popular Konami video game series of the same name. The movie blends the eerie atmosphere and themes of the games with an original story. Plot overview. The story follows Rose da Silva, who takes her adopted daughter, Sharon, to the mysterious, abandoned town of Silent Hill in an attempt to understand Sharon's recurring nightmares and sleepwalking episodes. Upon arriving, Rose is involved in a car accident and wakes to find Sharon missing. As she searches for her daughter, Rose encounters the town's unsettling secrets, eerie fog, ash-filled air, and grotesque creatures. Simultaneously, her husband, Christopher da Silva, investigates Silent Hill from the outside world but faces bureaucratic obstacles and strange coincidences. Cast: Radha Mitchell as Rose da Silva, Laurie Holden as Sybil Bennett, Sean Bean as Christopher da Silva, Jodelle Ferland as Sharon. Directed by Christoph Gans. Screenplay by Roger Avary, Christoph Gans, Nicholas Boukrieff. Based on Silent Hill video game series by Konami. The film is praised for its faithful recreation of the eerie, oppressive atmosphere of the Silent Hill games. The use of fog, ash, and hauntingly designed monsters, like the nurses and Pyramid Head, adds to the film's chilling aesthetic. The art design closely mirrors the video game series, creating a nightmarish yet immersive world. Director was a passionate fan of the Silent Hill series. He pitched the project to Konami by sending them a video of himself passionately explaining his vision, accompanied by concept art and music from the games. The film draws most of its inspiration from the first two Silent Hill games, with visual and thematic nods to others in the series. The perpetual fog in Silent Hill was achieved using real weather conditions, augmented by CGI. This detail replicates the foggy atmosphere of the games while covering practical constraints, for example, masking set elements. The falling ash is a reference to the real-life Centralia, Pennsylvania, a town abandoned due to an underground coal mine fire that still burns to this day. The monsters in the film were portrayed by dancers and contortionists. This decision allowed them to move in the unsettling, unnatural ways that mimic the creatures from the games. Roberto Campanella, who played Pyramid Head, also served as the film's choreographer for the creature movements. The cult's obsession with purification and fire ties directly to Silent Hill's lore, as fire symbolizes both cleansing and destruction. The use of religious imagery underscores themes of guilt, sin, and fanaticism. The town's layout and transitions between the foggy world and the otherworld reflect psychological layers, where characters confront suppressed guilt and fear. Much of the film's music is directly from the games, composed by Akira Yamaoka, the series' original composer. This decision reinforced the eerie and familiar atmosphere fans loved. The film's violent and disturbing imagery, particularly Pyramid Head's gruesome scene where he skins Anna, pushed boundaries and drew criticism for its brutality. This moment remains one of the most shocking in video game film adaptations. The film deliberately avoids explaining every detail, leaving much of Silent Hill's lore open to interpretation. Fans often debate whether Rose and Sharon are alive at the end or if they are trapped in a purgatory-like dimension. The eerie town of Silent Hill was built on a combination of real locations and sets. Some abandoned areas were filmed in Brantford, Ontario, Canada, while interiors were meticulously crafted to evoke the decayed and oppressive feel of the games.
Honey, sometimes when you go to sleep you go on a little walk, and sometimes you talk about a place.
I don't remember.
The film was made on a budget of approximately $50 million. This relatively high budget for a video game adaptation allowed for detailed set design, special effects, and practical creature effects, contributing to its atmospheric and visual appeal. Silent Hill earned a total of $100.6 million globally. Despite mixed reviews, the film was financially successful, doubling its production budget. Its box office performance was strong enough to greenlight a sequel, Silent Hill: Revelation, 2012, though the follow-up did not achieve the same level of financial or critical success. Positive reviews. Critics widely praised the film's ability to recreate the eerie, oppressive atmosphere of the Silent Hill video games. The town's foggy, ash-filled streets and transitions into the nightmarish otherworld were lauded as chilling and immersive. a visual and oral marvel that brings the horror of Silent Hill to the big screen in stunning fashion. Fans of the video game series appreciated the film's adherence to the game's aesthetics, creatures, and sound design. The use of music composed by Akira Yamaoka from the games added authenticity and nostalgia. The practical and CGI effects used to bring monsters like Pyramid Head and the nurses to life were described as horrifying and captivating. Negative reviews. Many critics felt the narrative was convoluted, especially for viewers unfamiliar with the games. The film's reliance on exposition toward the end was criticized as heavy-handed. The film's slow pacing was divisive, with some critics arguing it sacrificed tension for overly long atmospheric sequences. Critics noted that the characters, especially Rose and Sybil, felt underdeveloped, making it harder for audiences to emotionally connect with their journey. The characters are little more than archetypes, serving the plot rather than driving it. Some reviewers argued that the film catered too heavily to fans of the games, leaving casual viewers or newcomers confused and unengaged. A movie that looks great but speaks in a language only gamers will understand.